search.
Yeah, I'm booting. I'm not even gonna do my training. That's for pussies.
Yeah, it's for
Damn,
mine too.
live, guys. We're live, guys. You gotta keep it
Dude, quick,
PG
someone
for
say
all.
the N-word. Someone say the
No,
N-word.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean,
It's okay.
let's see. Where's the Game of the Week channel? There you are.
We should get Shada and Wally on the call.
No.
I think one of those would be a really bad idea. I wouldn't mind the other.
I think both would, because one would be coughing the entire time, and the other would be like Jesus.
I don't think he'd do that. We're still live. I mean,
And
our fans are watching.
All right. So I posted the link. You guys are good to go.
All right, man.
Good luck, fellas.
Dude, we got an exciting matchup here, man.
So exciting.
Steady versus Doc.
Nope. Not the matchup. Matchups Chargers versus Jaguars. Ducky versus Stinky. So, Doc, what are your thoughts on this matchup? Do you think there's any chance in hell that Ducky can come away with a win?
No. I actually have Ducky as a 3-point favorite in this matchup, believe it or not.
You know, I actually was kind of leaning toward Ducky too, to be honest.
You know, I think the biggest challenge was just Ducky getting over Wavy and the defensive team that he was going against in the Ravens. I don't think the Chargers are anything like the Ravens. You know, do they have anyone on offense to be scared of? No.
I have
Do they
Justin
have anyone
Herbert,
on
but
defense besides Joey Bosa?
I'll tell you what, man, Darius Davis has been a real contributor for this Chargers offense. He's a guy to look out for tonight.
And I will say that I think the Ravens user, from the Madden 25 standpoint, has played more games than the Chargers guy. So
Chargers guy really has not played a ton, and that's kind of why I'm a little hesitant to pick him. I know Ducky is capable of playing defense. The question is, will he?
Will he?
Yeah, that's right.
Specifically, one defense that everyone knows is good.
Well,
it seems like only one person in the league runs.
Well, you know, sometimes you're just built different, you know. And will Ducky be built different today? Who knows?
Probably, possibly, quite impossibly.
I believe in him, and I don't know where Stinky is, but I'd really like for them to search so that we can play the game.
Dude, I'm waiting for him too, man.
Hold up.
Hurry the.
We'll interview Ducky before the game starts.
Okay, Ducky. So, how are you feeling? You're coming off a big win. How confident are you that you can smash Stinky by 35?
You know, we're a little bit nervous going into the matchup. I don't think we'll be smashing him by 30 points. I think, you know, keys to the game, we gotta get a few turnovers, limit big plays.
Do you think that's the underdog? Motherfucker.
All right, so you're talking about turnovers, right? One of the biggest impact players on our defense was Joey Porter. How big of an impact are you looking for him to have tonight?
He's been massive all season, really. I continue going into this game. The Chargers offense, it's got Justin and Hollywood Brown, but really outside of that, no one we need to be fearing. I think Joey Porter is going to go in there, lock whoever he's on up, and I'm hoping he can continue his streak of getting turnovers in pretty much every game he plays, but we'll see how that goes.
Hell, that is the matchup to watch. Hollywood Brown, certainly a force to be reckoned with. But look out for Darius Davis. I mean, sometimes big things come in small packages. It's a lesson you might have learned if you played 2K with me today, you know. Okay, guys. Well, you get acquainted.
To it.
Yep, we'll do our best. Well, we're hanging out. We're ready to play some football. Stinky traditionally likes to run whatever I run. So, for the game, you know, Ducky knows about that because he was asking for it. I mean, he was doing his best spit impression, asking for advice and tips, you know. And that was a tip that he got. Is he's gonna put on some silly uniforms, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. where Doc's like on the phone, so I'm kind of just left hanging, by myself. But I really do think that Ducky could have a good shot in this game. And Stinky, he's right. Stinky really hasn't played much. I think he lacks experience against certain defenses that maybe could be utilized in this game, and I think it's gonna catch him cold. So we'll see what happens here in sunny Los Angeles as the Chargers looking to make their playoff debut fresh off a bye week. Meanwhile, Jacksonville Jaguars just defeated the Ravens in overtime after the Ravens elected to receive instead of kick, which is a really big mistake, and you probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, a really huge mistake. And just a heads up, I will be having to take a transmission break myself. But man, excited to see this double mog defense in action. Okay, no, we're not.
No, I think he feels bad for running it, so he probably won't. But
this defense only works when the offense is on the right.
That's true. That's true. Can't confirm.
So
in motion is Jalen Wright. He's been a huge pickup for them this season. He got a superstar in practice. Back to throw is Herbert.
Everything
scanning. Yeah, nothing open. Makes the wise decision to throw it away. And second down coming up. So heading into this game, I was one who was kind of doubting Stinky. And now you've hopped on that train. Why? What led you to this decision?
Just because I don't believe Stinky has played this game enough, and he's coming in straight out of work to play this game. I just don't think he's going to have it. And that's what experience does. Throws a pick on the first play, and wow.
I saw that corner route, and I knew he was going to force it. I saw that corner. I'm like, well, that's not open, but he might just try and throw it anyway. And boom! Intercepted, and that is an amazing way to start the game for the Duckster.
Yeah, and the way Stinky runs defense, I don't think he's going to be able to stop the bubble gum that he's going to be running. These cheat motion plays are really good.
Wow, the uniforms are gas. All white?
All white, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually fire.
I almost wanted the Jaguars solely based off their uniforms alone.
Well,
of the revamp stuff they have.
I'm a little worried about the Jaguars offense because
I'm a little worried about this play right here because this could easily.
I mean, I don't know what this is. That's
it's
just
a screen.
Ducky throws an interception on the screen that Doc calls being. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be worried about this," and he throws a pick six, touchdown Chargers.
I feel like
and
right now.
I mean, holy frick! What? Why did he throw it? I wonder if he got hit with a raging, where you throw away on a screen and it throws it anyway.
Yeah, no, it was not a throw.
I cannot believe he would throw that. Unbelievable.
The DBs were aligned. Like, why would you think that's the throw?
And he waited. And he waited, yeah. Saw that he's literally like on top of it, yeah, and he threw it anyway. And just like that, the interception early simply does not matter. Instead,
Ducky's the type of guy to where if he throws a turnover, he's going to get tilted, and that could affect his play calling the rest of the game. And
100%.
Don't want that. Good news is Stinky got the ball first, so he's still fine. And we're going to see Brian Thomas juke here. And
yeah, I feel like
that is the only thing saving Ducky.
I feel like both of these guys are pretty easy to torment mentally.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, and I expect that it's so bad for Ducky that he threw an interception immediately because I know Stinky was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna lose the game," and then got a pick six on the next play. That's just unacceptable. That is not what you want to see a team do that's looking to make a run at a championship this year. And mistakes like that in a lot of games is enough to literally end it. So
yeah, I would say both of these guys are more whiners than they are ragers. So there's probably a lot of whining going on if they're in a party together.
Well, I don't think they are, but who knows? Looks like Evan Ingram has a dev. That's exciting. So Trevor Lawrence back to throw after the pick six, going post route, has him, drops it. Unfortunate. I think that was the rookie, was it not? Number 7?
Yeah,
Brian Thomas.
Jr. What were you talking about, Trevor?
I honestly don't remember. Trevor Lawrence. Good at football. Literally no idea. Did I say something about Trevor Lawrence?
you were about to bring up a talking point about Trevor. I'm not
Nope.
sure I like the double pass on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is
where-
if that's the call, that's not the move. He's flipping it.
You technically only need 4 yards here to be able to go for it on 4th. And I don't like calling plays where the probability of me losing yards is high.
He has him. Christian Kirk. Oh, terrible throw. Intercepted by Ronnie Gilman. Wow. I thought, is it a Lohi? I thought his name was Ronnie, not gonna lie. No idea.
I'm thinking of Ronnie Hickman, maybe?
Maybe I am. So, 3 interceptions here in the first quarter of this playoff football game. A lot of switching. Going to something. Missed him. Wow. Terrible throw. Not what I imagined that Justin Herbert had in mind. He had him for sure. And wow, look, here we go. Here we go. He's realized that he's not going to win unless he plays defense. We're here in the double mug. We're running it terribly. Back to throw. Nowhere. Sacked.
Stinky is someone who cannot handle pressure at all in the game.
Definitely not.
Pick up mid blitz. It's really hard.
There's just no way.
In the first place.
Yeah,
and even
I
if
mean,
you know how to pick it up, it's not consistent. He is on the right hash now, so now would be the perfect time to run this play and come in free.
He looks like he will.
To the wrong side. Doesn't matter the side that it's on or no.
I have no idea. I don't run a ton of dollar.
He just.
I thought I don't know. Back to throw. Got his man. It's oh my god, the running back. Unbelievable.
You know, as a fan of the game, I want to see more of that and less interceptions.
Yeah, I'd like to see some good passes here. Back to throw. Underneath, it's Jalen Wright again, who's going to break the hit stick. Breaks another tackle. This is unbelievable. Moving down the field now are the Chargers, and it's already looking like kind of smelling a blowout here, guys.
Yeah, and that play right there showcases why Jalen Wright just randomly went to bed one day and woke up a superstar.
Ducky does not know how to run this. I changed my mind. Oh my god! Railed! Well, you know, the thing is, yes, play action, blocking 5 versus 7, it's going to be a sack no matter what you're in. Especially when they're already on the line. Back to throw, Herbert going over the middle. He's got Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst fighting forward, 12-yard gain, going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Hayden Hurst, a guy who's been moved around his entire career, you know, was on the Falcons. I think he was drafted by them potentially. I forget who he was drafted by, but now that he's had an elite quarterback, he's kind of been a unsung hero of this offense. You know, Herbert doesn't really have any primary wide receivers besides Jalen Wright and the tight end, and Jalen Wright goes down to the 10, but Hayden Hurst has really made his presence known as a veteran. A bunch of rookies and shitty wide receivers out on the field here. Really impressive what he's done so far to turn around.
Back to throw, Herbert has nobody. Throws it away.
His deep in route just stopped running, which would have been a touchdown if it didn't stop.
I mean, yeah, that's certainly a route that could have gotten open and scored, but I mean, just the IQ's not there for the receiver. Stops running his route. Really lets down Justin Herbert there. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 here. Only 10 yards out. Going 5 wide. 4 to the right. Back to throw. It gets railed. Oh, my God.
Alcon comes in big.
Yeah, and that's the...
Stinky, I don't mind taking a sack and give yourself more space to work with.
I'm sure he didn't want it. I feel like that was enough space. I'm sure he wishes he was still 10 yards forward, but that's actually the 3rd sack that Herbert's taken tonight. The pressure is going to add up, and I wonder if Herbert might even they need to protect him better or he might get injured. So last time we ran a defense like this, we actually gave up a wheel route to the running back for like a touchdown, basically.
I'm not sure I like the
back to throw. Throws the wheel. Wow, if that's a better throw, it's probably intercepted. Gets away with one. Brings up a 4th down. So field goal unit is on. Kick is up. Kick is good.
There's not many small victories in Madden, and that was definitely one of them. That holding your opponent to 3. But if Ducky does not score here, and we've already seen some of his bubble gum, and so has Stinky. You know, eventually that's going to run out. Eventually you're not going to be able to run double pass or cheat motions, at least I think. So with how Madden 25 is, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, he really did have that guy in the double pass, but Just not a great throw. And I wouldn't expect a great throw. That probably should be the the risk that you run. Little play action here. Has his man. Ooh, Schwartz unable to bring it in because he got railed and threw the ball 1 yard.
I've seen a lot of play action here, but not a lot of runs. So I don't understand. I've never understood people who run play action plays. Play action plays are good, but I typically don't run them.
Whoever's in the VC and is blaring their mic every couple of seconds needs to not do that. Thank you. In motion is Evan Ingram. Gonna hand it off. Little RPO action. Gains 4. Don't like a run on 2nd and 10 because it sets you up for a 3rd down and kind of difficult. So I don't think that was the move. Don't like it. But we'll see what he cooks up. This is playoff football. Generally playoff football is better than normal football, so I expect big things. 3 down linemen here. And somebody in the, touching up on the line, it looks like. Timeout going to be used. Looks like he did not like the look. So we'll see what he goes to now. But gotta imagine that we had some bubblegum for this. And bubblegum we have. So a little cheat motion, it looks like, for Mr. Ingram. Back to throw. Has the zig. Bang, bang. That's Anthony Schwartz. And that guy, traditionally, very amazing in Madden. And makes the play here. So it's a 1st down for a Jaguars offense that's traditionally thrown lots of interceptions. Apparently I like that word today, traditionally.
Traditionally, you do.
Yes. So we'll see what he does here. Last play of the 1st quarter. Back to throw. Goes underneath. That's Evan Ingram. And he's got 1 man to beat. Gets railed by Derwin James. And that brings it into the quarter. 10-0 your score at the end of the 1st. We'll be back after the break. We're back, guys. 10-0 is your score. Ragin, how are you doing on this wonderful evening?
Man, this is an exciting matchup. It's 2 OGs. Ducky just has been hungering and thirsting for a chance to play for a Super Bowl in this league, and this is a shot that he has in this AFC, especially after his last really impressive win.
Wow, nice ball to Evan Ingram up the seam, and he's going to go all the way, breaking a tackle on his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Beautiful dot. I love these all-white uniforms. I don't know if they're official, but I love them.
He put them on before the game, and I agree. I also love them. Though it'll be pretty easy to see, when you get dirty and you're getting hit all the time. But you know what? They're drippy, and that's all that matters. Before the game, Doc and I both picked Ducky to win. Do you think Stinky has the edge here?
I think Stinky has the edge, but I love a Ducky victory. I mean, I'm not mad either way.
Sure. We'll see. Stinky's been sacked 3 times so far tonight. We'll see if that continues to be a problem as the game goes on. Who's here?
Hey, man.
Hey, man. You need to get out of here. We're casting.
Hell nah. See?
That's crazy. So, Herbert now, facing a mid-blitz. Gonna hand it off. That's Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright's got room. 1 man to beat to the edge, gets out of bounds. Nice little run there. Against 7 guys down in the box, only 5 blockers. I don't think that'd be consistent, but there, works out. Good pickup. Another blitz look here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's going to switch things up here. Very exotic defense. Back to throw. Has a wide open running back. He leaves him with his user. And you know what's really funny about that play is Stinky did that very same thing. He had his user manned up to the running back and just left him to lose the game against H-Coke a few weeks ago. And now Ducky does that to Stinky. It's just kind of funny how that works out. I don't like the defense. Wide open, up the seam. Darius, wow, he missed the throw. Unbelievable. Who's here?
Wow, this is a great game.
Wow, why are you here? That's crazy, man. That's unbelievable. It's almost like I made a mistake not being in the other channel. But it's good to have you, Haj. Very exciting.
Hey, man. I love MKL. This is a great game. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Jalen Wright, 11 yards there underneath. First down, Chargers. And Stinky's really just moved the ball effortlessly tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, this is what you like to see from a Stinky offense. A confident Herbert standing tall in the pocket, and I mean he's here in shotgun right on the goal line. This is where he's kind of in his bag.
Well, Lad McConkey here on a jet touch pass gets bodied, gets about a couple yards. Who is doing this? This is terrible.
I just want to praise Steady for his beautiful commentary.
So they're being kind of annoying. All right, so Chargers, 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Wow, this is my play. Drag route, touchdown, Hayden Hurst. Nice little man beater right there. That is a play designed for man coverage. You have the little zig. You got the little baby out route, the little speed out rather. And then the little in, all routes very solid against man, and Stinky utilizes it to its fullest potential. Gets the touchdown on the short yardage situation. So kickoff,
Like
up and away.
Call right now, because we can't see, but it you did a really good job. I feel like I saw it anyways.
I'm sorry. Here, does that fix it?
Not yet.
Fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my bad, fellas. So Trevor Lawrence on offense now. Stinky's just gonna molest the center here with throwing James. A play action just gets bodied. So, like Doc was talking about earlier, a lot of play action here in these playoff games so far. This is maybe a thing that you popularized, huh?
I think that the play action has been much maligned, but you really do have to run the ball effectively for it to be effective.
It's funny, you don't have to, but I wouldn't want to anyway, because I feel like the benefit personally is not there, especially when you're playing people who blitz. And unfortunately for these people, good Madden players love blitzing. So, not effective. Back to throw, goes underneath. That's Derwin James with the interception. And everyone can't bring him down. Another broken tackle. The lineman able to lay a hit stick. And he just let John Cena, even though his team just threw an interception. Yeah. But Derwin James.
I don't know who got the ball first. I'd like to think Stinky did.
You'd be right.
If that's the case, if he holds him to 3 here and he closes out with the score, he's still in a good spot, but he needs to tighten up here.
Yeah, and one thing's for sure, we need to make less mistakes with the football. We're turning it over. We have 3 turnovers so far, I think, from Trevor Lawrence. All interceptions. You cannot be doing that if you want to go far in the playoffs. That's just not a thing that's ever going to happen. Got to be better. Last week he got away with it. He threw 3 interceptions to that really tall safety in the Ravens. What's his name? I forget.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton had 3 interceptions, but they won. And that's just not a thing you're going to be able to do against Stinky. Run to Jalen Wright, up the middle, gain of about 7.
The good news for Ducky, though, is Stinky is prone to throw his own red zone interceptions. And also, if he's at a 4th and short, he likely could go for it and miss instead of taking 3 anyways.
Well, we'll see what he decides to do.
I'll return and this game's over.
Yeah, it happens, man. Run up the middle here. Jalen Wright getting a pretty good workload today as he picks up the first down.
He's got that star under his feet, man. I think you kind of you went out there, you got him to superstar, so like using him makes sense.
Yeah, didn't even have a dev scenario for him. He just got it.
I'm sensing a little animosity in the booth, a little bit of jealousy. Doc famously has no practice devs to his own demise, so back it up. Last year, though, he was that guy in that regard.
Well, I happened to see the Seahawks play recently, and their whole offense is like stars under their feet, so he's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, probably makes sense why he doesn't have any, because everybody's already a superstar. Back to throw is Herbert. Misses the zig, goes underneath the Jalen Wright, who's just touched the ball an ungodly amount today, and he's just going to keep adding on to it as we're going to get brought to the 2-minute warning.
He's really Stinky's Marshall Falk out here. Like he's taking the runs, he's taking the short throws, he's taking some deep throws, and he touches the ball a lot. If you're not going to shut down that guy, you're not going to beat Stinky.
For the youngins and little cuz at home, who was Marshall Falk, and
The greatest show on turf. Yeah, Rams Super Bowl team. He was very good on the Colts, but he's just a phenomenal running back who knew how to be in space and knew how to get yards.
And speaking of phenomenal,
unfortunately,
blows up the run right there. Nice user from Ducky. It's good what he needs to continue to do to Jalen Wright if he's going to have a chance in this game.
Unfortunately, I feel like Marshall Falk's career was a little bit over highlighted from Eric Dickerson, especially from Madden fans. The Dick.
Dickerson was great. Yeah.
Well, Eric Dickerson's the guy who has Fright Train 100, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a Falcon for
Eric
like a
Dickerson
year, I
from
think.
Madden. That's so cool. I really don't like the call. It's a weird mix of man and zone, but
Just let him some time tick.
yeah, I mean that's kind of Stinky's
Team Whipper,
specialty.
Yeah.
Will Stinky take 3 if he doesn't get a touchdown in the next 2? I don't know.
Well,
He's got
it's
it.
not a question we'll have to answer because the zig route to Lad McConkey touchdown.
Now, what do we think about the conspiracy that Cow being Stinky's brother and Stinky is so exceptional at milking? Do you think there was a little bit of brother to brother love of milking?
Oh, I like that one. No, yeah. Give me my tinfoil hat. I really like that conspiracy. That's a good.
That's
connection.
actually a crazy connection. I never realized that. That's so funny. Well, Ducky now kind of
Ducky
in a
needs-
must score. Yes, like
Yeah,
I mean-
Ducky does get ball at half, so there's hope.
Yeah. 7 awesome,
Even-
3 okay.
yeah, just all
Zero
I
bad.
know. Yes, and a pick 6. Like we're gonna go watch like the WNBA or something like.
Yeah, maybe Doc and I will start playing.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, because this would be terrible if this did not
Yeah, right
end
now,
in points.
When you guys were in like elementary school, did you have like a green card, yellow card, and red card based on behavior?
Yes,
So,
we had stickers.
yeah, Ducky is definitely in the yellow card
Oh
zone.
no!
Wow, he
Wow.
caught it! What a play! Who is that? That's Anthony Schwartz.
Anthony
Oh,
Schwartz.
That's Anthony Schwartz. That was Anthony Schwartz, bro. That was Anthony
It
Schwartz.
was Anthony
Oh.
Schwartz. The
Wow.
Crazy. That's
He was
crazy,
coming
man.
out the vote.
Anthony Schwartz again on the wheel.
Toe tap, swag.
Anthony
Wow.
Schwartz says,
Come
"We're not
on.
losing this game on my
Hey,
watch."
man, if Ducky goes touchdown, he is right back in this game. So he's looking like he's primed to do
The
it.
thing is, I'm a little worried about giving
What
3
the heck is
timeouts.
that?
It's a cheat motion RPO.
This is crazy.
Wow, Stinky runs with the wheel.
It was open.
No, and he was gonna lurk the piss out of
The
it.
post was open. The
Oh.
post was open.
What if
He
he
was a
lost
deep
it?
half and
Didn't
played-
even see a post. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. Because that was a good play if he threw it.
Well, I think it's not really a rush. We're feeling okay.
3's okay. 3's okay.
Well, I'm reading heavy man here. I think he needs to look at one of these corner routes. I'm looking square. Wow, what a catch! That's Brian Thomas touchdown.
The
Oh,
Jaguars
that's
said,
real life.
Wow, inside positioning. Don't know if he let it inside. That's how you would have had to throw it if you wanted to throw it. Makes the catch. Touchdown Jaguars, and they're right back in it.
Guys, Stinky right here can make a bad
big
mistake.
mistake.
He is prone to it.
He's certainly done it
Done this
before.
Yeah, he's done this
100%.
before.
And I would like to shout out that drive by today's sponsor, Muscle Milk, because if you can out-muscle your man, you can win any game.
Stinky always likes to say when he's commentating my games, Raisin, I love you, man, but you're not the best at, and then he puts me down. I'll just say, Stinky in these situations blunders quite often.
Well, we'll see what he does. I think it'd be hilarious if you were right about that. Got some PA post shot. Really nice switch stick. Wow, that was impressive. Great switch stick from Ducky.
Defensive line pick.
Could have. I wouldn't count on it.
PA post shot out of there. Stinky's running money plays. I imagine we see Verts out of here or something. I don't
Think
know
he's a
if
guy
Bro,
who really
this
is
is
quite
insanity.
predictable. But
This is insane.
back
Why
to
are you
throw.
doing this?
Wow, gonna take a sack.
Josh Allen's
I
out
know.
is there.
Yikes.
So if he just wheels it right now, he's fine.
He is just gonna kneel it, horrified about giving up points. Kind of a pansy move, if you ask me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
Wow.
pansy
You're right,
move,
you're
but it
right.
is the smart call.
This
So
guy's-
He's learned. He's learned.
I give Stinky this.
if I'm Ducky, I'm running into the lineman. Wow, he's
How did you get clap effect?
Oh no.
There's a sound effect on the bottom left of the
That's
screen.
amazing, bro.
No, it's not amazing. It's
So
super
funny.
troll. So I don't know if he's listening, but he's opting not to do that. And maybe I should stop
I
talking
hate
about what
that.
Ducky's running if he is
I hate
listening.
this, bro.
So
I hate
5 wide, like a man, back to throw. Go. Wow, lad McConkey to the sideline, and he's got it. And in Madden,
all right.
in Madden,
All right.
you can never. There's no such thing as a sure thing. 4th and 70, there's still a chance
How
they're
is it not
converting that.
open?
Killed his man. Killed his man, bro.
Or was it a streak? Was it a wheel?
No, I think it was a wheel. But a really nice play. Ducky caught on the defensive tackle. Okay, throws it
Running
away.
Throws it away.
Yeah.
That was a very, very scary throw away.
That defensive lineman looked like Frankenstein out there. It was kind of glorious if you could actually rewind it and do a highlight. It was
I
just
can't.
covered.
We're in
Was it
Twitch.
Chewbacca Raging-esque?
It was very close, yeah.
Well, I really don't. I don't like this at all. This call, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
you have 2 zones to cover 3
Yuck.
people.
Back to throw out of the 5 wide. Finds his man in the middle. Darius Davis timeout. He is going to be in field goal range.
Field goal, yeah.
And little
Big
does Stinky know, I changed it to the college kicking settings.
Yeah,
could see
right.
a block. We could see a block.
We won't see a block.
Yeah.
Kick is up. Kick is right down the middle. Does he have the leg? He does not.
Short.
It's short.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Fail of a kick, man.
Yeah, not ideal. You gotta have a kicker in there who
Looking
can
at
convert.
Goku on their team.
You gotta be able to convert from long
You
distances.
need a young Hoku, that's for sure. That's
Well,
right.
that's a big miss.
That was a big miss. That could change everything. Ducky has to be feeling great right now because that's honestly big
Well,
swing.
You know, it's hard to be feeling great down 10, but feeling a little better after the missed kick, certainly. Especially after giving up a 3rd and like 30. Just not great. As we're gonna see, yeah, very
Needs a
interesting.
breather.
This is
It
a
was going
stinky
for some
pause.
Maybe he broke his controller and he can't continue the game.
Maybe his dad came into the room.
Maybe the punter was at kicker for some godforsaken
Hmm.
reason.
I mean, that would be quite the mishap. Don't know.
It
Maybe,
happened.
but he's probably just looking at the kick power of his kicker to
He's like,
complain.
what the hell just happened?
He's complaining to himself
Yeah.
about the
just
kick power.
All I'm saying is if the Chargers
Is there
lose this
wind?
game, thank God
No
they got away
idea.
because the kicker would be on a flight home by himself.
Is
And
there
now he
wind
just
in
gets
the
to go.
stadium?
I think it is an open stadium.
Yeah,
But
so it might be some wind.
Well,
here in sunny Los Angeles, there shouldn't be that much wind, and we're going to see a big stretch by Tank Bigsby.
that's a
dude,
big
really
9-yard carry.
Yeah, one of the big
Jersey.
moves that the Jaguars made was trading Travis Etienne for Joey Porter Jr. And you know, in real life, Tank Bigsby has really shown out, and in the game he has too. So it's glad to see some Tank Bigsby in our life.
And that trade for Joey
it.
Porter, one of the best players, the best player on the Jaguars defense. I'm still expecting him to make an impact tonight. Wow, nice
All I see is
run.
A little bit of counter motion, picks up the first, and Ducky is driving here. He's almost in field goal range. What you can't do here is just not score points. If you don't score points here, you're putting yourself in a bad spot.
And if I'm Ducky, I'm thinking the defense has played a lot better than expected. It's the offense that's really let me down. Let's see if we can try and change that. Play action, rolling to his right. He's got a cross. Got his man, Brian Thomas, and he's into the end zone for his second touchdown.
Dancing into the end zone. It's a 3-point game. Ducky has done exactly what we said he had to do so far.
You know, there was a statistic, a survey put out that 100% of Madden players who celebrate while they are losing lose the game. So I wonder if that holds true.
Well, it's a thing that I avoid doing unless I'm getting a clip. So, don't know if that was particularly clip worthy, but it was a great throw. And hit him right on the money, caught it in stride. Brian Thomas able to bring that into the end zone and make this game a little closer.
What's interesting about that too is Stinky sent 7 and Ducky only blocked 6 and had the time to throw that. So very impressive by his O-line to be able to pick up those guys to give them enough time.
This is true. Sometimes they just they kind of just get so busy, you know, talking about their hangout plans later this week, and they forget to rush the passer.
I taught Ducky. I hope it works out just so I can glaze myself a little bit.
I'll run to the outside, and it looks like it is going to work out. Many Jaguars there to drag down Jalen Wright, and it's only going to be a gain of 1.
the grittiest linebacker on the Jaguars team comes up with a big play there.
There was a lot of grit in that run, Doc.
There was a lot of grit, a lot of grind, and a lot of. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Well, all right. So bunch to the short side, in motion now.
One of my biggest pet peeves is short to the bunch side, and Stinky runs that constantly.
Well, he's throwing out route. I don't know what that was.
Wow.
So much grit and grind is going on.
Right
in this
between
play.
the defense. A nice throw, a nice catch, and a nice first down.
Hey, Ducky's
Back to
gotta
throw
be
here.
good.
Going wheel misses him.
Wow.
Ugh.
If Ducky holds the 3, it's a 1-score game. That's the mission right now. Hold the 3. 0's great, but definitely not 7.
I mean,
Yeah, you know, I would say Ducky is in missionary right now with this mission to get a stop.
that's an interesting call there, Doc.
2nd and 10 is definitely a good spot to be in. We'll see how he does here.
Back to throw here. Herbert underneath. Wow, he misses him this time.
Bro, this is a huge spot in the game. Everything could change right here. 4:43 in the 3rd. Steady. What's going to happen here?
Well, I think he's still going to pick it up regardless. I'm probably expecting corner out. But Jalen Wright's gotten peppered
It's getting
underneath.
Intercepted by the deep half. I expect my pressure that I told him to get in. It gets in.
Wow, he goes down.
He might kick
Gonna
the field
hurry
goal,
this
but he's going
up.
for it. Wow.
Well, he's caught with these linebackers on the field. And you just, oh, how is it?
Wow.
I don't know. I think he got lucky. I think he got lucky. I don't think that gets open.
If you're Ducky, you maybe call a timeout there. That's a big spot.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
Typically, you want to save your timeouts for the 4th, but for something as big as that, you know, I'm
Going
personally
end zone. Got his man. Touchdown.
Just after that touchdown, we've seen many players this playoff cycle drop those type of passes. Very huge that he picks it up.
Yeah, he lays out, manages to catch it. Finds 6. Big play for the Chargers.
And
So,
hopefully, for Ducky, Stinky's a passer. Didn't take too much time off the clock there.
and can lightning strike twice? That is the question here as the Jaguars look to find the end zone again instead of throwing an interception.
Very interesting you said that because one Jaguars great wide receiver, Jimmy Smith, nicknamed Lightning. Maybe that goes to Brian Thomas now. You know, Brian.
I mean,
Lightning
it could, because he's really scampered after the catch at lightning speed.
Yeah.
Wow, he just took the wheel off. I don't like that. Kind of like defeats the purpose of the play. In motion here, the tight end.
The tight end looked like it was open. The post might get open. Throws the
Ooh.
underneath crosser to Christian Kirk. He holds onto it in double coverage. That's huge.
That's why you
And
have
then with the hurry up.
Kirk. You have a couple burners and Thomas and Schwartz, and Kirk is out there just getting into space and holding on to the ball for good catches.
Yeah, I like this S post by Kirk. It can be cover 3, which is what Stinky is in. Doesn't
Ooh.
the time throws. Was that a
I
read,
think
or
he.
was it
I
just-
don't think pressure was coming. I think he could have waited, but opts to go underneath, gets railed, does not catch the football. Ultimately incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
I do like this play here. If you either hit Kirk underneath really quickly, or you can hit Ingram, or whoever Schwartz on the backside dig. The
Going
backside dig is
corner.
open, he's going
Wow. What a
Looked like he might
catch.
have animated out of bounds. but
No, he
luckily-
caught it. He did it, man.
Luckily, it worked out.
Referee
forward.
gives it to him.
Stinky's user just a little bit short there.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Well, coming up short's a thing that Stinky might have to get used to as he gets older. 1st down and 10 here. 3 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter.
Look at all those routes. Like, what the heck is about to happen?
Corner route. Christian Kirk makes a man miss with a juke. Touchdown.
Christian Kirk, man, I love that guy. He helped me win a Super Bowl. Look at that, man. Look at that play. Making a man miss, hopping over a tackle into the end zone, and Ducky is right on schedule again.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, typically Christian Kirk is, you know, one of the wide receivers most people don't want on their team or play.
Correct.
You know, not a particularly fast guy, not a pretty young guy that you can develop, but he's perfect for a playoff run. You know, he's right where you need him to be for route running and catching, and shows up why he deserves the money that he's getting paid and the play time.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely a big spot for Christian Kirk to come through and give Lawrence some credit. Like he is finding the guy that is open these last couple drives.
Yeah, I will say the throws that Ducky has been making have been more impressive than the throws that Herbert has been making.
and
But maybe so.
I think he's really tightened up because at the start of the game, this game would have been completely different. Yeah, he got an early interception and immediately threw a pick six to open the game. Since then, he's really tightened up, played a lot better. We're gonna need to see that. We're gonna need to continue to see that version of Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, one storyline you guys may not have touched on is this is the defending MKL Super Bowl champion, and he's kind of on the ropes right now.
I mean, on the ropes seems like a bit of an over exaggeration. I feel like he's pretty comfortable. You know, he's up 3. He's moved pretty easily. Right now, I think the ball's in his court.
It's a good spot to be in.
Well, wouldn't be if he got stopped, so I can see your argument. Rolling out to his right is Herbert. Has
Really
nothing,
nothing.
throws it away. He had a drag that was booty butt naked, and I think he could have thrown that super late. I can see why he'd be a little worried about doing that, especially in a spot like this. Gonna bring up a key third down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ducky just seems to really love pressure here, hoping you'll get a quick miss throw on a quick throw. Where in the
I
route,
do like the play call here. As long as he doesn't mess it up, the
Send the
pressure
wrong
should get
hash.
home. Oh, who's in the
Wow,
route?
zig route. That's
Oh,
Lad
oh,
McConkey.
Listen to this.
All
Big
you gotta
yards.
hold the 3. That's your only chance here.
Well, we saw a miss from around this range earlier. I mean, if he
Yeah,
can.
if you can hold him to this spot, that's true.
Yeah, right now it seems like the door is closing in on the Jaguars, but they're giving all their strength holding that door open. But eventually, either the door or the Jaguars defense is going to break. And my money's on the Jaguars defense right now because they're doing as much as they can, getting them to third downs, but just a little bit too short. And I'm not sure that Ducky can sustain, can keep going like this.
He makes a huge mistake. Savage is running, and he is not going to be caught. And the moment that we thought could happen is here, and Stinky's back definitely is against the wall now.
Well, I guess you call it. What do I know? That's why I'm in the booth, you know. But the legendary Packer, Darnell Savage, jumps the route and is able to bring it all the way back for 6. That's why being a great athlete is so important here in the MKL. Darnell Savage showing off the cleats, you know, showing him his boots, his dust. Yeah. Scampers in. That's big.
I'm not sure what Herbert saw to make that throw, but Darnell Savage was just hanging out in the flat the entire time and said, "Really, you're throwing me the ball? I'll take that, thank you," and took it to the end zone. And now Stinky's a little bit on the ropes here because the Jaguars have all the momentum. They've scored 14 points in a row.
This is really the most pressure Stinky could have
this
felt
defense
in this game right now. So under pressure, Stinky does get better sometimes, honestly. So we'll see if he can answer.
The one thing that the Jaguars need to do is say, Jalen Wright, you've been killing us all game. We need to stop you and target you solely because it seems like he's the only one that's going to keep checking it down. And we see
Bad user.
Yeah, bad user. Could have been a pick there. But, this O-line for the Chargers have been holding up quite nicely on these passing plays. I imagine that Stinky's going to...
No! Wow!
Oh my God, he's not called down. Oh, okay. Well,
he wasn't down there. He clearly wasn't down, Steady.
He clearly wasn't down. I thought there might have been a missed call from the referees, but ultimately he's not going to do anything with it. Not a mistake you could really afford because now, Stinky's weakest point is probably the defense. Oh my God, he sees him pressing up. I think Lawrence is thinking audible here.
I like the audible to pistol wing here to Schwartz. No one's over the top.
Is going to be wide open right now. He bullets it. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Celebrate, Junkie, celebrate.
It's stupid. No, go in the end zone. Anthony Schwartz has made a huge impact on this game. That last drive where he had 2 huge chunk plays. This time it's 1 big chunk play for 1 big touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-score lead.
The Chargers have completely imploded at the end of the third quarter. when it's everything seemed to be going your way, you just wow, 11 point deficit.
Well, his name is Stinky, and I'll tell you what, he's really stunk it up here in the third quarter. But
What's crazy is, Ducky, former GM of the Dolphins, never made it to an AFC Conference Championship. So the organization said, "You're gone. You're out of here." Moves across the state to Jacksonville to take them over, and in year one, is saying, "Listen, I don't need the Dolphins. Me and Trevor Lawrence got it in the bag, and are potentially has the chance to take the Jaguars to somewhere the Dolphins haven't been in a very long time."
another missed throw from Herbert, this time to Jalen Wright. And he did miss one to Jalen Wright earlier, I believe. I wonder if there's some chemistry issues there, feeling a little bit off. But that's really the only hope that the Jaguars have of stopping Jalen Wright, because he's always just wide open.
Yeah.
I say that, and then he throws it right to him, and should have been intercepted. So,
something the Chargers organization has mentioned quite a bit is wanting to get a premier wide receiver in the offseason, and it's really showing because if it's not Jalen Wright, like who is the guy that's going to take them out from this, deficit? Because they've had to lead the entire game. You don't really have to worry. And we're going to see Jalen Wright pick it up. Please, for the love of God, just cover Jalen Wright, and he almost gets out and jukes 6 man.
4 dudes, man.
Jalen Wright, it just said that he has 8 catches for 167. Plus, he's gotten he's been toting it a little on the ground. So that guy's probably feeling it today, but it's all for naught as they're down 11 here, heading into the 4th. What's up?
Soreness. He's got to be feeling sore.
If Stinky gets a touchdown, all he needs is a stop, and he's right back in a situation that's favorable.
Wow! Is that on Joey Porter? Wow! I was talking about Joey Porter making an impact, but that's not the way I thought he was going to do it. Gets absolutely torched and gives up 7.
I don't like this call, but it may work. Yeah, it sure did. Never mind.
The user decides to cover grass instead of the wide receiver on the hitch, and terrible. And if for Ducky's never really been in a position where he's had to lead and won in a game like this. If you're Ducky, all the pressure's on you. Stinky's been here and done that. I don't think Stinky's the one nervous right now. I think it's all on Ducky.
And, something in the back of Ducky's mind, he knows if he doesn't score a touchdown here, that the Milk King is going to make sure he never touches the ball again. So, we'll see what he does.
Has Evan Ingram, whatever touchdown, he doesn't throw it.
Wow. All of us in the booth saw him wide open out there. Trevor Lawrence does not see him.
You call that play to see the motion. That's your one read.
I mean, you literally call it, and if you don't have the wheel, you just hand it off, and if you lose yards, you lose yards. I don't know what he was looking at. That could have been 7. Big mistake.
Especially with how fast Evan Ingram is, there's not really anyone on the Chargers that's catching him.
Trevor Lawrence doesn't have anybody trying to make something happen.
Stinky takes his pass rusher out of the play. Wow.
That could have been a huge pickup for first. Now, is Ducky allowed to go for it if he does not pick it up here?
No idea.
Yeah, losing in the 4th.
He's winning.
Oh, wait. No, never mind. No, I don't think he is.
Well, we'll see what he does. He's got a Y flex bunch to the left here, wide side to the right. Solid looking play here. We'll see what he does.
Notified at the end of this. Now, Steady, if you're going against the Milk King, are you punting or do you just QB kneel it and guarantee you get the ball?
I have no idea. I trust my defense, so I believe. But we could very well see a milk here in this spot. I'm a little afraid of the return. Punts it out of bounds. Stinky's going to have 80 yards to go. Gets the ball at his own 20.
And I think it's from Friday Night Lights, the quote where we're blitzing all night or whatever. That's what you have to do here if you're Ducky.
I mean, the defense has come up big in the past. They're going to need to do it one more time. We'll see what they can do. I don't like the call. Back to throw. Going underneath. Jalen Wright bagged.
Yeah. If Stinky doesn't have Jalen Wright on this drive right here, right now, he's going to lose this game.
Jalen Wright seems to be the guy that he consistently goes to for whatever reason. And it's worked out so far, but I think Ducky's starting to key in a little bit, and it might be to Stinky's detriment.
And the seams are wide open. Stinky just doesn't hit it, but it's a corner route to Davis. Gets his feet inbounds. That was a big play. You know, if I'm Dougie, I've noticed Stinky has not run anything besides like 4 verticals almost every single play so far.
Well,
down.
I saw him loading up to the right, and I thought he was throwing another pick 6, but he goes to the corner. Thought he was going to the running back. Oh, another ugly throw from Herbert. Has his man on the dig and just misses him. Is he feeling the pressure, or you think he's just a little, nervous in the clutch? He might be. It has not been his best performance in terms of hitting his receivers that are open.
Yeah, as far as sending pressure or not, I think Dougie's been doing a good job of mixing it in and confusing. And we're going to see a zig route. Hayden Hurst gets tackled. This is a big third down.
This is a huge play. And you notice that on these big plays, Stinky always hurries up. Yeah. I mean,
don't like this at all.
I don't like this either, but he does traditionally. I kept saying it. I don't know why I said it. Go to the flat. He's got flats, though one of them is like in Narnia, so he's not going to play anything.
The seams are wide open. Throws the flat instead, and that's going to be 4th down.
Now, if he is actually playing, if he's actually playing low, he could pick 6 that, but he's just all the way up into the moon.
Yeah, I you know, in a situation like that, I prefer my guys to be in a position where they can make a play instead of have to struggle and try and make something happen. He gets the first man. That was so
I cannot believe that he did not break on that with his user. I don't know why he's using Joshua Hines Allen as a user in coverage, but he was there and he didn't have the reaction time to break on that route and potentially knock it out. I think he picks it up, and the chew is on, fellas. 4 minutes.
This is what Stinky wants. I mean, this is literally his claim to fame. Let the clock tick. And truthfully, Ducky needs to make a mistake. A blitz maybe, hit the quarterback. What could happen?
I will say the pressure, he can try and blitz as much as he want. But the fact is, I feel like it hasn't really been coming home. I think getting one of these to come home would be very good right about now.
Yeah, you know, Stinky right now, he's following his game script. He sees, okay, 4-minute offense, we're milking, we're taking our checkdowns, and right now you have to disrupt the play calling that Stinky is calling.
Oh, well,
I don't like him messing up the blitzes.
I don't like... This is just bad. Back to throw. Terrible user. Terrible user. Should have been all over that. I don't know why he threw that. Yeah. What the hell? The KO comes in super clutch, and now a 3rd down and 7. Certainly not easy, but it's not overly difficult either. We'll see what happens.
He's not even in field goal range yet.
This plays absolutely bad, but
he dropped it. Oh no!
You can't afford the acrobatic dive.
Somewhat unlucky, as Jalen Wright, who's normally pretty sure-handed so far, unable to bring it in. That's true. I mean, it's certainly Herbert just can't miss that throw. He needs to put that in a better spot for his running back. I mean, it's a little risky, but I like the call. He just keeps going underneath. So.
Field goal range. Catches it. Wow.
Terrible. He's got to be there with his user. That's the only thing that really came into his area. It's just unacceptable.
I'm not sure what he peeled off on, but
no idea. No idea. Oh, gross.
Jalen Wright has taken a couple of those. If you're Stinky, you take this to the 2-minute warning. You Jalen Wright gets.
I don't know why he'd bother to hurry up if he's just gonna chew it. Kind of a waste of our time. So how you guys doing? You know,
I'm doing good, man. I'm a little nervous myself because I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, I think we all see the writing on the wall here. This certainly has the makings of a what the hell, of a stinky finish here at the end.
Yeah, I certainly think. You know, the equivalent of Stinky milking the clock is like giving the ball back to Mahomes. You just know that they're going to find a way to win the game.
Run play here, kind of running into his own dudes.
Oh, big girthy run.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's unacceptable for the defense to not get hands and feet on that guy sitting in the backfield like that. Just nobody feels like making a play for Ducky there.
I mean,
Um,
if you're Ducky, you have to run commit here. You know he audible down to a run.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you still could get a stop. I don't like this is nasty. He's still like base aligned here, and this is really gross. Well, it works
It worked
out.
out.
Every time I say that, it always works. It's kind of ridiculous, actually.
I like that
that
Ducky is conserving his timeouts. I think that's a great move because a tie is still very possible.
This guy who's blitzing all the way from Narnia needs to do something else. Timeout, Jaguars.
I don't like that timeout at all. If you're gonna call a timeout, call it before he milks the clock. Otherwise, you're just wasting a timeout at that point.
I would have liked him to keep his timeouts. Yeah, just
Because now, you know, a first down doesn't end it, but it kind of prevents you from getting the ball back.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna need a touchdown if Stinky scores. So you
Oh,
better.
no.
Stinky is
Lad
running up the field.
McConkey, wow.
That's
Wow.
terrible.
Wow, that is
Has to pick up
terrible.
the first.
Ugh.
Time's ticking.
Ugh.
The Milk King.
I mean,
here's the
he's
thing, though.
showing blitz. He's showing man. Stinky wants a zig. That's what Stinky wants.
Stinky wants.
Oh no! Blown up!
Blown up.
Not
Wow.
good for the Chargers.
Probably field goal.
Hurry
No
up!
way.
Why?
No way.
What is he
He's kicking a
doing?
field goal.
He's
kicking a field
dumb.
goal, guys.
He's dumb.
kicking a field
He's
goal.
dumb. What is he doing?
He's
Oh
kicking
my
a field
god.
goal.
Why? Why would he do that to himself? He had all the
Turkey.
terrible
Oh, man,
clock
Dick
management. And has
No,
the
we
Milk
love it.
King been demoted? Because holy frick.
We need a rewind on that third down
Way
where
too
Ryan McConkey
way too
goes
conservative.
down.
Way too
Ryan
conservative.
McConkey has the easiest lane to pick up a first, but instead decides to run laterally and backwards.
And
preventing him.
they were talking about this, and Ducky was like, "Yeah, I'm receiving if I win." Well, it looks like he gets what he wants. I don't know why he'd want that. Ducky was talking about how if he scores, he goes for 2. Because he's not getting a stop anyway, and at least it gives him a chance.
So what do we think about this MKL playoff series having 4 overtime games and Ducky being a part of 2 of them?
Unbelievable.
It's honestly,
Yeah.
this might be the greatest MKL playoffs you've ever seen.
Yeah,
I noticed
the
that
script writers are going crazy.
all the games were within a couple possessions, and that's honestly really cool. That's what I like to see. Honestly, with how this game's gone, I don't think it'd be that terrible idea for him to lay it all out there. And he backed him up. Back to throw. I mean, he's got guys. Does he want to throw it? No, he'd rather take 1 yard. Doesn't want to take that risk.
I think that's okay to take the safe play there. It's the first play of overtime, you know. I don't think Trevor has abilities to throw on the run yet, so I think that's an okay move. Because if you turn the ball over, normally the game's over unless you're spit where you turn the ball over and get it back and still lose.
I mean, that game was crazy. I wish we were calling that one. But this one has the potential to be...
We're in overtime already. It's
Yeah.
already there.
I mean, to have a crazy finish. Probably not as crazy as that. I mean, to turn the ball over, to have 3 turnovers in an overtime period, unbelievable.
It is crazy.
In motion, the running back.
Here's
Here's the corner. Evan Ingram all the way to the end zone. One man to beat.
He has the speed on Gillum. He doesn't have the speed on that other guy, though.
Wow, that's a play that Ducky probably desperately needed. I'm sure he's
that looked
feeling...
a lot like H-Coke when he streaked up the sideline with his tight end. Maybe Stinky was caught doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
shout
that
out
would
to
be
Ohio
tough.
on that play. Shout out to Ohio because that was cheat Ohio. Did
Interesting.
You not see the play call?
No, I'm not the Patriots. Little run play here. Tank Bigsby fighting forward. Nice little
Man,
run.
I
5
thought
yards.
Gilman was about to clean some clocks. coming
I mean,
downhill on the
that
Tank Bigsby.
would have been insane if he forced a fumble.
I wonder if Dylan does have lumberjack still or whatever abilities he has, but
Likely
probably
not. Well, I think Ducky's nervous. He's running a lot. I don't think this is gonna work. He needs to run something else. This could
stretch
work.
play was actually really good. The
This could
stretch on
work.
The pistol is really good.
Wow, he has the sideline. Tank Bigsby breaks a tackle, fighting down to the
There's
inches.
line.
And
I like
hey,
that.
Whatever the play call is.
I'd like to see pass here.
I don't like running RPOs to this side because if you are a right-handed quarterback, it is going to take you longer to hand this ball off.
well,
And
it looks like it's just not even close. There's 2 dudes right there. I don't think he's even reading it. He might have to take a timeout. He does. So timeout is
okay.
called.
It's It's really fine. It'll take a little
Oh,
longer.
this is
Man,
a spot.
You know what he should do for the culture? Double pass.
No. Ugh.
Oh, I'm on board with that. A
He
double
did
pass.
that. He did that earlier in the game, and he had him, but he underthrew it to the nearest charger.
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't like
Don't
this.
Counter.
Counter.
Why are you taking these
Yeah,
non-developing
this
runs?
counter is not.
Oh, it's
And
And that's why we're in the booth. Touchdown.
What a
He's
play,
going to
Ducky.
go for two. I wonder if it's the same call he had against Wavy.
I have no idea. I didn't watch the game. You tell me what was the call against Wavy.
This is
I
a goaded
think this
call
is.
because
No, it's
truthfully,
not.
This is
This
horrible.
This is terrible.
no, this is gonna work out. We believe. No, it doesn't.
And
All
I
right,
think
well,
he loses
Stinky-
a touchdown.
He just has to keep Stinky out of the end zone. That's the name of the game right now.
Well, I mean, he stuck by his word. He said, "I'm going for two," and then he did it. So
As long as you live by the sword and die by the sword, that's all that matters in life.
we've seen-
Respect to Dougie.
Stinky's thrown quite a few picks. Right now, he has to do something, and that's a good spot to be in if you're Ducky.
I would piss myself if I were Ducky right now. I'd have to pause the game from all the pissing I'd do in my own pants.
Just takes one mistake.
Everything's covered. He tries to throw his best interception to Dougie to end the game.
Who was that? I think he was trying to throw the running back, but he got stuck on a lineman. He was on a little delay. It didn't look like he was chucking it to Ducky. But you know what? That's a play that is probably pretty desirable for the Jaguars. Better than giving up a touchdown to lose. So, second down and 10 here. Tight look, middle of the field. I'm a little worried. It's pretty aggressive.
That is really
Okay,
aggressive.
it's less aggressive now. Wow, that crosser is so open. So open. He hits Darius Davis, and that's a big play. Big hit. But he hangs on to it. First down.
Wide open.
So open, it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't even know how that happened. Well, I just can't believe he went for two. Oh, back to throw. Underneath. Darius Davis. Beats his man. Goes sideline. I mean,
the closer he gets to the end zone, the tougher the touchdown becomes, to be honest. That's most of the better scorers in the league would say that. So getting him inside
like this.
20,
oh
inside
no.
the 10,
Caught underneath his Brown. He's going to go down.
And
Gains
I'm
5.
just going to play this preemptively for Ducky's defense.
It just takes one play. I mean, that's all you need, one play.
Well, I'll tell you what. The pressure was there at the beginning of the game. We have not seen anything really come in since then. I think now would be the time to maybe get a big sack and make this a really difficult third.
Yeah, get a big sack by having a big sack. That's the steady way.
Pass rush is kind of squeaking
Jalen
through,
Rose hits the corner.
but he's coming to the end zone.
Ooh.
All right, so this is the spot. This is the spot where it's going to be tough for Stinky to go away from the run. So hopefully Ducky will key in on that, you'd imagine.
Well, we're in bunch. We're in double mug.
Ready, man. This is dig return.
It's the same play he used to score earlier, and he does it again for the touchdown. And we are an extra point away from this game being over. We need a block if you're a Jaguars fan. Probably not going to happen. The game's over. Wow.
So Stinky comes up clutch. He has all the experience to do that, and he gets it done. And Ducky played a heck of a game.
Just the call is unbelievable because you kick the extra point, and your odds of stopping them on a 2-point conversion probably a lot higher than of you running a screen to win the game. But he said what he was going to do, and then he did it, and that's just wow. That was really weird. What?
I mean, if you got two, would you thinking he was a genius? Just didn't
No.
work out.
Nope. Still would think it's stupid. But he paid the price. He really did. Stinky, how are you feeling after the win?
We're feeling decent, man. We're feeling decent.
Wow. So Ducky, you stood by your guns, paid the ultimate price. Walk us through the thought process.
I wasn't getting a stop. He would have gotten the 2-point conversion. It doesn't. I'm standing by that. I'd do that again.
I like the confidence. So the call was a screen to get in, and a really
Okay,
bad
okay,
looking
I'm not-
weird one.
So, I have never seen the guard not pull forward there and block that outside corner who ultimately got the tackle. But for some fucking reason right there, my guard didn't pull.
Now,
and
what was the
flag
play
shot.
that you ran against Wavy on your 2-point conversion?
That was a play out of bunch.
And why didn't you run that?
So I thought about running that, but I figured since he hadn't seen the screen, usually when they don't see the screen, it works virtually every time for a few yards. So I thought I would have it, but for some reason the play just didn't work how it was supposed to. Don't know why.
I mean that.
I don't know why, man. It should have worked. Our guys didn't execute.
No, man, don't apologize. You played great, man. You came back from a really tough spot. It was exciting.
You fought your heart out, and
Yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah, man.
well,
Tears flowing down the Jaguars coach and Trevor Lawrence. The prince who was promised is promised no more.
Not
and
this
you know
year.
one of the plays that we
Long
took
off
note
season.
of, Joey Porter got absolutely burnt on a streak, and we were kind of talking about him before the game. Do you have any words for Joey Porter?
I mean, that was the only catch he gave up all game. You know, it sucks. He's unfortunately too slow to be ever be good in this league, but you know,
I'd say that's an
we'll
accurate,
stand by him.
it's an accurate
We'll stand by
statement.
him as we go into the next season. You know, I don't know what to say. There's two
It's a
rookies
heartbreaker.
in the league who can make that throw. They
Well,
got killed by Jalen Wright on fucking flat routes against hard flats all game.
well, you fought. You had a great season. We're proud of you, and congratulations to Stinky. You look well on your way to going back to back. I think maybe.
It's a game to game jump, but yeah, it would be back to back, which is definitely a prestigious thing to do in this league.
Well, we're gonna pack it up. Thanks for coming out, guys, and maybe we'll
Are
see you for
Because there's
another.
about to be another game played.
Really? Well, then I guess we're not packing it up. I'll be back.